What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So you see the title of this video, $5,600 for children. What is that? Who can get it and when? Well, I'm going to address that in today's video because I've been seeing a lot of talks, a lot of discussions about more for children. And it's true. More lawmakers are proposing additional stimulus for children, which would essentially go to the parents. We're also going to touch on the Afghanistan situation, and we're going to dive into some unemployment news as well. So first off, thank you guys for watching. If you could and you enjoy these daily uploads, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. But let's get into the update for today. First, Democrats want to introduce something, which is technically a baby bond program. They want to introduce this and potentially put this into the infrastructure bill. What we are seeing, and remember, this bill, the American Families Plan, this $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill, yeah, it's for families. The majority of this money is going to go to help families and children. So just keep that in mind. If you are an individual with no children, okay, really no family, you could potentially see almost nothing from the upcoming $3.5 trillion infrastructure package. So just keep that in mind. Now, what is this? What is this baby bond proposal? It actually has a name, okay? I'm just gonna call it the baby bond proposal because that's essentially what it is. We give babies, we give children pretty much a bond or money to put into a savings account, which is essentially what is being proposed here. Now, what I can tell you is that Senator Booker, Cory Booker, who's proposing this, what he's talking about is he wants to provide a newborn baby, newborn child with $1,000. Okay, instantly $1,000 into their savings account. This is when they're born. So then when they turn 1 year old, they would actually get up to $2,000. And this would be the same thing every single year until that child turns 18, at which once they turn 18, the full amount, okay, the full amount would be unlocked and they can use that money. What is that, $3,500 or $35,000 that they would now have access to? Yeah, $35,000 would be available to them to use. Well, what we know is that you would get up to $2,000. You would get up to $2,000. It would be stuck in a bank account. And once you turn 18, that would unlock. You can use that for whatever you want. The purpose of this, the reason for this, and the plan behind this proposal is because Senator Booker wants to see people have the ability to purchase a home, invest in their future, possibly through college, and even start a business, but be self-sufficient. What I can tell you right now, and again, this proposal is still pretty new. It actually, the talks of this came out yesterday, so I am a little bit behind here, but there was more important things to talk about yesterday as well. And so right now, this proposal, even though it's still fairly new, some say that wouldn't free community college provide the same opportunity instead of providing $2,000 per month to a child, or $2,000 per year to a child? And some say, couldn't the SBA loans provide a similar advantage to people that want to start a business? And one person said a first-time home buyer's credit would accomplish the exact same thing as this entire proposal. And so that's where we're at. Is this, and this again is $2,000 per year. But here's the kicker. That is in addition to that $3,600 payment that we are getting for the child tax credit payments. So here's where things get very interesting. It's $5,600 per year total. Okay, for a child between 1 and 5. Okay, it's $5,000 for a child between 6 and 17. That is huge. Now, just understand, this child tax credit payment of up to $3,600 per year or $300 per month, this is actually only going to be in effect for 1 year, for 2021. But lawmakers, they want to push this and extend it until 2025. So an additional 4 years. So what you need to keep in mind is one of the reasons for this, and one of the talks that has been going on for the past few months, is actually the reason why lawmakers want to extend it 4 more years is because They are expecting we're going to see some success from this program. We're going to lift children out of poverty. Parents are going to have an easier time. The children are not going to go hungry. So all these things are really going to play into and factor into the decision of an additional 4 years. But after 4 more additional years, plus the 1 year right now, 2021, after 5 years of being in a child tax credit payment program where you get monthly checks every single month of $250 to $300, what some are saying is that the chances of seeing success here are so high that most likely we could see an extension of that child tax credit payment past 2025 as well. So again, we could potentially see this go on $3,000, $3,600 payments from the child tax credit payments, plus $2,000 per year for this, this baby bond program. But there's others that are proposing other things as well. Some say, let's start a savings account. They actually call it a savings account. Okay, let's provide savings for children. So when they come out of high school and they turn 18 years old and now they're adults, they can not only vote, they can maybe afford to actually go to college, right? Maybe a different college, not a community college, which could potentially be free. They could also afford to put a down payment on a house. And President Biden is already discussing this. This is already something that's in the works. Is let's put like $10,000, $15,000 for a first-time home buyer tax credit. Let's do something like that. And so again, we're going to see a lot of discussions here. But what you need to understand is this could potentially pull away from stimulus checks. Okay? And again, I want to be 100% clear on this. Every time we see additional proposals for new stimulus, it actually takes away from that push for additional stimulus checks. And even though I'm all for providing money for children, I'm also all for providing money for people that don't have children, right? People that are in need, people on Social Security, low-income earners, veterans. I'm all for providing additional assistance for them as well, not just children. Because frankly, some children are not going to need it. Some children are going to grow up in a household, well, yeah, maybe they don't need, $10,000, $20,000 when they turn 18 years old because they have a very good lifestyle. But that's one of the provisions in this bill is it would be up to $2,000 per year depending on the income of the family. And again, we don't know the cutoffs or anything yet, but that's up for discussions as well. So right now, up to $5,600 per year for children in additional stimulus and income or savings. That's pretty good. So let me know your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. Now let's get into the unemployment update for today. First off, what we know is unemployment is down. We've seen this, we've seen the reports, and things are looking better. Well, President Biden, Janet Yellen, and the Labor Secretary all confirmed this past week that yes, unemployment benefits will be expiring. They will not be extended after September 6th. What we know is the White House has stated that the federal stimulus package that passed the last time, the $1.9 trillion, the $350 billion of that went to states and local governments, well, states can use that and extend their own enhanced unemployment benefits. So this could potentially mean additional $300 per week for you if you're on unemployment in one of those states. But right now, we haven't really even heard which states are even considering this. But as I know more there, I promise I'll fill you in on that update. What we do know is that Janet Yellen stated that $300 per week as a federal benefit, this has been a critical lifeline for millions of Americans. However, any extension at this point is off the table. This is not something they're even considering. This is something that Senator Joe Manchin, one of the moderates in the Senate, he's opposed to any extension whatsoever. Which again, this kind of brings up that question. What about the extension of the child tax credit payments? Again, haven't heard anything about that yet from him. We also know many lawmakers say that this benefit, this unemployment benefit of $300 per week, having state benefits, even though you are self-employed or a gig worker, and extended unemployment, okay, long-term unemployment benefits, these were intended to be temporary, and time is now to let this expire as the economy gets better. But again, the economy has been getting better, but right now there's severe worries all over Wall Street, all over America, that we are going to see additional lockdowns. that the Delta COVID variant is going to take its toll on the United States. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, what we know is that last year, 61% of American households didn't even earn enough money to pay any federal income taxes. This is actually up. I believe the year before, 2019 was like 40 some percent. It was a lot lower. So it's a big increase from where it was. Now, even though 61% of households didn't have to pay anything in federal income taxes, the worry that some are having now is if more money is going to go to the IRS, okay, and the IRS is going to get this decent amount of money, $40 to $80 billion, to hire on additional staff to go and find the tax cheats. The worry right now is we could see the IRS come after us for last year, for maybe mistakes we had last year, for let's say we didn't report all of our income because let's say this business went under and didn't send out all their statements, didn't send out all the information, or it came late, you already filed and you don't want to file an amendment, right? So we could see this. And that is one of the worries right now from some economists is the American people might have to foot the bill because, businesses made mistakes. They were late. Mail was late. It was lost, right? And so we might have this issue coming up in the next year or two. So I just want to warn you on that. Now, let's touch on the Afghanistan situation for a second. And I want to just ask you, is President Biden making a mess of this Afghanistan situation? According to some, they say yes. According to many, they say it doesn't matter who is president. If you try to pull out of a country and you are not 100% ready, then yes, it will turn into a very dire situation. Now, Mitch McConnell stated that he didn't support either former President Donald Trump or current President Biden on pulling out of Afghanistan because nobody was ready. So, again, former President Donald Trump, he wanted to pull out of Afghanistan too. However, Mitch McConnell said no, he didn't support it and he never backed it. Now, what we need to understand moving forward is that right now this is going to turn into a very, very interesting situation. We got the infrastructure bill happening. We got the bipartisan bill happening. We got the crisis down at the Mexican border. We got the crisis over in Afghanistan. There's other issues as well. We got the debt ceiling that has to be addressed very soon, right? The issues are not stopping, but as of right now, the worry is President Biden is pretty much overloaded with decisions. And right now, according to some experts, both Republican and Democratic experts are saying he might not be the best person for this job and to make these tough decisions. So let me just ask you, what do you think President Biden is doing? How do you think he's doing? Do you think he's doing a good job? Let me know. I'm just curious what your thoughts are. You can always answer it down in the comment section below. But that's what we know right now. There are so many worries right now, and it stems from everything happening over the United States, across the world, and everywhere in between. So, again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to update you on what was going on. I wanted to update you on the stimulus talks, the unemployment issues, and also a little bit on Afghanistan. One thing I can tell you is, as we know more, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.